Listen, man, no one's gonna tell you this, but I will. There comes a moment in a man's life when the truth about a woman hits him like a silent wrecking ball. Not the kind of truth that shatters glass in an instant, but the kind that gnaws at you quietly, that eats at your soul in the middle of the night when your chest is tight and your thoughts won't let you sleep. It's the moment you realize she doesn't respect you anymore. And if you're honest with yourself, you've known it for longer than you admit. You felt it in her tone, in the way her eyes no longer carried softness when they looked at you, in the way she started speaking to you like you were an inconvenience instead of a man she once admired. Respect, my brother, is the bedrock of everything between a man and a woman. You can mistake passion for love. You can mistake comfort for connection. You can mistake habit for loyalty. But you cannot fake respect. And once it is gone, the ground beneath the relationship cracks. You can't build on it. You can't patch it. You can't love your way through it. Respect isn't something you beg for or negotiate. It is either there, alive in her heart when she looks at you, or it is gone. And when it's gone, the only way forward, the only way to preserve your soul, your dignity, your future, is detachment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Detachment sounds cold, it sounds heartless, it feels like betrayal to yourself, because you gave her everything. You gave her your time, your effort, your affection, maybe even your vulnerability, and now you're supposed to just detach, like flipping a switch? Number. Detachment isn't about pretending you don't feel. It isn't about shutting off your emotions like a machine. Detachment is about recognizing what she no longer gives you and refusing to keep pouring into a cup that only leaks. It's about reclaiming your sense of worth, your masculine frame, your discipline, because if you don't detach when respect is lost, you're not loving her anymore. You're betraying yourself. Think back, man. When did you first notice it? Was it when she raised her voice at you in public, knowing you wouldn't push back? Was it when she started hiding her phone, smiling at messages that weren't from you? Was it when she stopped listening, stopped asking about your world, stopped caring about what weighed on your shoulders? Respect doesn't vanish overnight. It erodes little by little as you allow things that go against your principles, as you say yes when you should have said no, as you explain yourself when you should have walked away, as you bend, thinking love is sacrifice, when in reality, love without respect is slavery. And here's the part that men never want to admit. Sometimes she loses respect because you lost respect for yourself first. You let yourself slide. You let fear control you. You allowed her to test you and you failed those tests, not because you're weak at your core, but because you didn't want to lose her. You thought holding on tighter would make her stay, but women don't stay because you grip them with desperation. They stay because they admire the man you are and they respect the standard you hold. Lose that and you lose her soul long before you lose her body. This is why detachment is not just about leaving her, it's about returning to you. You think you're detaching from her, but what you're really doing is detaching from the version of yourself that tolerated disrespect. You are cutting ties with the part of you that was willing to be treated as less than you deserve. You're not just ending a relationship, you're ending an addiction. The addiction to being validated by a woman who no longer sees your value. And make no mistake, detachment is not easy. It will feel like hell at first. You'll hear her voice in your head. You'll crave her touch, even though it no longer carried love in the end. You'll replay the good moments, convincing yourself maybe it wasn't so bad, maybe you could try again. That's not love, man. That's withdrawal. That's your nervous system begging for the hit of dopamine it got when she used to smile at you like you mattered. But here's the cold truth. If she doesn't respect you, that smile is gone forever. You can't negotiate it back. You can't beg for it. The only way to survive is to let go. And I don't mean let go halfway. Not keeping her on the side as just friends. Not answering her calls when she's bored. Not responding to her late night texts when she suddenly remembers your existence. Detachment means cutting the cord. It means silence. It means no longer making her the center of your mind, because every time you allow access, you reopen the wound, and wounds don't heal when you keep touching them. Now listen carefully, because this is the lesson no one teaches men. Detachment is not punishment. It's not about teaching her a lesson or making her regret. It's not revenge. True detachment is about freedom. Freedom from needing her to validate you. Freedom from the illusion that her love defines your worth. Freedom from a cycle of disrespect that was slowly erasing your manhood. And once you detach, something powerful happens. At first you'll feel empty, but slowly you begin to feel clear. You begin to remember who you were before the fog of her disapproval clouded your mind. You start to stand taller. You start to move with purpose again. You remember your mission, your goals, the weight you were meant to carry in this world. Because no matter how much you cared for her, your life's mission cannot be tied to whether one woman respects you or not. And maybe she notices the change. Maybe she reaches out when she feels your absence. Maybe she realizes the weight of what she lost. But by then, it won't matter. Because detachment means you no longer measure yourself by her recognition. You no longer wait for her approval to feel like a man. You've returned to your center, and whether she sees it or not, whether she regrets it or not, you are free. So hear me now. If you're with a woman who does not respect you, you have two choices. You can stay and slowly decay, watching your masculinity wither under her contempt, or you can detach, endure the burn of withdrawal, and rise again as the man you were meant to be. One path leads to death of the soul, the other leads to rebirth, and only you can choose. You don't need her to respect you for you to respect yourself. You don't need her to love you for you to reclaim your dignity. Your life is bigger than one woman. Your mission is greater than her validation. And once you truly believe that, detachment is no longer an act of loss. It's an act of liberation. Remember this, man. Love without respect is slavery, and no man was born to live chained. So walk away, detach, reclaim yourself, because the only way forward is to let go of what does not honor you. And when you're ready, when you've taken that first hard step, watch the next video, because there, I'll show you how to rebuild the inner discipline and masculine clarity that no woman can ever take from you.